With Darnay doomed, Sidney Carton steps up. He finds John Barsad, the spy from the trial, who is, hilariously, Miss Pross's long-lost brother.
A total scoundrel. And Carton forces his hand by leveraging Jerry Cruncher,
Our favorite honest tradesman.
whose honest trade is secretly grave robbing. Jerry testifies that the funeral of Roger Cly, the other spy from the trial, was a fake. The coffin was just filled with stones and dirt.
So Carton uses this corrupt London underbelly to gain leverage. He exposes Barsad as a fraud, making him vulnerable as a spy for the English.
So Barsad has no choice. He has to comply. Carton uses that leverage to get into the prison, into the conciergerie, and this is the moment of complete transformation for him.
He's been a drunkard, a failure, but he has notably drunk only water since the previous night.
A symbol of his renewed focus, his moral clarity. He drugs Darnay, switches clothes with him, using their identical appearance one last time. And he gives Darnay a final instruction.
If asked who he is, he must say his answer was recalled to life.
The circle is completed, a final resurrection facilitated by Carton.
But the threat isn't over. Madame Defarge wants to exterminate the entire Evremond line, including Lucy and her daughter. She sets out to denounce them for mourning a capital crime.
Which leads to this brilliant final confrontation between two women defined by fierce love. Madame Defarge, driven by systematic hatred, and Miss Pross, fueled by her absolute practical devotion to her ladybird, Lucy.
They meet alone, a struggle between love and vengeance. In the fight, Madame Defarge's pistol goes off, killing her instantly.
But the crash deafens Miss Pross permanently. She can no longer hear the rumbling of the death carts, a lasting sensory monument to the violence she overcame. The knitting is finished.
Meanwhile, Sidney Carton is riding the tumbril to the guillotine. He's comforting a young seamstress. He reassures her that he dies for his wife and child, a life he never had but earns in that moment.
And he sees this profound vision of the lives he saved. Darnay, Lucy, and their son, who bears Carton's name, living peaceful lives in England. He sees himself held sacred in their hearts, generations hence.
It's an incredible end for a man who began as just a cynical mess.
What an astonishing example of a life, described at first as a disappointed drudge, redeemed in one single magnificent selfless act. It really raises a question about personal value, doesn't it? We often measure a life by its successes or failures.
Right, by the accumulation of things.
But if Sidney Carton, who thought he was worthless, found ultimate meaning in one perfect moment of selflessness, what does that imply about the power of the choices we make, when we feel we have nothing left to lose?
That's a powerful framework. His life was defined by the one great choice that just dwarfed all the wasted time that came before.